Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have an app that I want to talk to you about. This is one I use on my primary device. This is not one that you're going to be able to use on a phone farm, but being that we like to talk about apps that help you make money, this is a good one and it really does. I'm not going to take credit for saying that I've been the one in the household to use this app. This is one that my wife has been using for quite a long time, and I'm just now getting around to talking about it because, well, it's not one that I've had a whole lot of experience using, but I did try it out because, she takes all the receipts. I have my receipt apps, she has her receipt apps, and to be perfectly honest with you, she won this one. This one's a really good app that I think that everybody could benefit from because it works similar to a number of the other apps, but it is simpler in one big way. And we're going to take a look at my phone here. So let's spin around. Let's look at my phone. Let's find out what this app is. All right, here's my receipt app screen on my phone. Hopefully we'll let it zoom in there. And we'll see I use Receipt Hog, I use CoinOut, Ibotta, and the one that my wife uses, there you got the end, Fetch Rewards. And she's used it for a long time. It's been around for a long time. I know there's others that may use it. I like to compare it next to Ibotta because they both kind of work the same way. But let's open it up. Let's go ahead in. Let's look and see exactly what we get. You get a startup screen that looks like this here, and basically the button you're going to be using is going to be that camera button because you're going to take pictures of your apps. You get a welcome screen. There's stuff that gives you a list of recent stuff that really does give you best earnings. But the one thing that I can honestly say about this app that I really do like, that does make it a little bit different than some of the other ones, is you don't need to pre-pick your what you're going to buy. Ibotta is one of those ones where you can't just scan the app and it just gives you everything available. You have to go in and spend the time to find it. It is an app that I use a lot, but this app makes it even simpler. You just scan the receipt and you don't need to worry about trying to find all the deals. The app finds it for you, which is a really great thing. I mean, let's be honest. The less you have to spend time looking for the stuff, the better, and you still get the rewards. Lots of times, you find that you missed something or you didn't see something, and you get the rewards here for it. There are a few other screens here on the bottom. We'll hit the plan screen. Right now I have no items. You can pre-plan your shopping, so you can go through and pick everything you want. It makes it really good. You can also look at the receipt and see what you're getting on it. You can also track your activity. So not only is this a good app for making a little extra money, which I have, but you can track where your spending's gone. You can see the little bar graph right down there on the bottom shows you how many points you've earned, and you can go see your receipts where you spent it and everything like that. So if you're really bad at trying to budget or know where your money's going, this is a good way, as long as you scan all your receipts, that you can find all your receipts available to you, and the whole time you can earn points with a chance to cash out. Hopefully there you go. So you see I have 4,266 points. This app earns pretty well. The initial incentives when you first start the app, you're going to earn a lot of points quickly. You'll be at a cash out value very quickly with just a little bit on it. Like I said, I don't primarily use this app. She uses this app, and she's going to be surprised when in the description I will put her referral code versus mine, just because I don't check up on it as much. And the fact is I tried it. I wanted to see whether it would work. You cannot scan the same receipt. The app is smart enough to know that a single receipt has been scanned. Even if you wait some time, you're still not going to be able to dupe a receipt on here. So you can't have it on all the phones in the household. You can't scan it multiple times. The app does know what is being paid out and everything like that, whereas some of these receipt apps don't. So I'm not going to say exactly which ones, but there are ones out there that you can scan receipts multiple times on different phones with the same app, and it doesn't know the difference. But this one definitely does. So that's the activity screen. We're going to go to the reward screen, and this is where you can kind of see how much your points are worth, what your rewards are, and you can kind of search through. There are lots of different topics you can go out on. Entertainment. These just break down the gift cards that you can have on here, and this is one that Amazon is my gift card of choice when I cash out. On any of these ones that don't offer me a PayPal cash out, I always choose Amazon because I can find stuff on Amazon. Although, if you saw my most recent video, which I will have, you know, kind of up there in the top, take a look at it. What I'm doing with my PayPal cash outs. It's definitely a video worth taking a look at. So, you know, if I have a PayPal option, that's what I'm using. This one unfortunately does not have a PayPal option. So let's try and get it clearer. Yeah, there we go. You can see if you want to do, say, art, there you go. You have some art ones there. You can also go down entertainment. You can see there's different entertainment options as far as cash outs. Fashion, home goods. There is a MasterCard Visa reward as well. So that's obviously an option. Most of them starting between $5 and $10. There are some that are different, but you know, retail, we'll see retail here, and you can see Amazon starts at $3. So at 3,000 points you will get your first gift card, and that you reach 3,000 points very quickly. Like I said, I haven't spent as much time. I let her get the receipts. Occasionally, you know, a gas receipt or something like that, I will scan in here just to keep it somewhat current and up to date. And then here on the other side is your information here. You can do, they have some challenges every once in a while. There is referral. Like I said, you could use that one if you see it there, but I will have my wife's referral listed because she's one that actually uses the app. I just want to bring it forward as definitely an app to keep an eye out because you can make some decent money with it. She's done a number of cash outs she's been using it for about a year now, I'd say, and she's cashed out a number of times. It's just one of those other great receipt apps. It doesn't cost you anything. All you're doing is scanning your receipt, especially if you're using all these other ones, because we'll jump back, we'll head out, and we'll see. You see, I'm using 3 other ones, and they all work. One receipt, if you use it on Receipt Hog, can be used on CoinOut. The same receipt can be used on Ibotta and on Fetch Rewards as well. Really, you should go through and find as many trusted receipt apps as you can, because you can use it on every one of your purchases. So that is the advantage of having multiple of these receipt apps. Some of them pay out better than others. Some of them are easier than others. I did talk about, I did compare this one to Ibotta, and what I find different. There are some payout thresholds on these that do make a difference. So if you are using them, make sure that you know, what each one entails and what you need to do to officially qualify for all of these. Let me spin you back around here. We'll have some talk to the camera time. I'm going to try and continue to bring you these apps. I have a number of other ones that I've used on my personal phone. Not all of them will be phone farming apps because there are less and less apps available out there that you can use multiple phones on. But I will do my best to talk about some of these apps. I will also go back and revisit a number of apps that I have previously reviewed, because a lot of these have either stopped working or have had major changes. Some for the good, some for the not so good, and like I said, there are some that just completely stop working. We're going to revisit some survey apps. I know a number of people like to take surveys. It's really not my thing. I test them just to see, kind of how well do they actually pay out, but I don't spend a whole lot of time doing surveys. I just don't find it to be a good value of my time, but hey, maybe you have that extra time that you like to do them in. Once you get into that mode of taking surveys, I know a number of people can do them for hours at a time and really bank some decent amount of money. I mean, it's never going to be, it's not going to be great money, but it's not going to be bad money anymore. We're not talking about making a living full-time job money here, or even part-time job money here. This is all extra money. And I've been getting this, these comments on there. You're like, oh, this is a waste of time. You can't live off this. Well, no, you can't live off this. Maybe there was a time when you had enough phones you could make a living off of doing this, but this is about making extra money. I've never come out, I never try and clickbait my titles to say you can make thousands of dollars doing this. It's unrealistic. I try and give you my experience with these apps, how I use them. There's always different ways to use these apps. There's always other ways to get around some of this stuff, and you can abuse some of these apps to make a little extra money, but nobody is making these thousands of dollars per month like they were years ago with 100 phones or more than that. The stuff, it's just not around anymore to be able to do that. There are other things you can do with your phone farm that we can talk about if you really wanted to. I know there's a number of other ways you can set up to make money with multiple phones, but just for right now we're talking about these apps that are available to make some extra money. I mean, we're talking about $1,000 to $2,000 extra per year. I'm not talking about per month, I'm talking per year. And but it is extra. Like I said, this is all extra money that takes little time to set up. It takes little effort and is mainly passive for the most part. Even these more active apps like I'm talking about here with receipt apps are still, like I said, you carry around your phone all the time. You have this device with you all the time. How hard is it to snap a couple pictures of some receipts? Yes, you're giving your data to other third parties and stuff like that. Your data is going to be sold to other ones when you're taking it. But let's be honest, your phone, every one of these apps you have on your phone is doing that same exact thing. You opt into it when you accept to play one of these games that they collect your data. Why else would you give it permission to manage all these different things that you don't need to play the game, because they're collecting data on you every time. And your phone service does it anyway. Whoever your phone provider is, they collect all this data as well. They try and hide it. They try and say that they don't, but guess what? They do, because when you read through your terms of service, when you sign up for all this stuff, you'll really start to realize exactly how much data collection is involved. So, I try and be as good as possible about weeding through the what I call trash apps, ones that you're never going to get paid on, or they make the threshold unrealistic to where you're making them so much more money than the time that when you make your little payout, they're making so much more off of you. I try and weed those out so that I don't talk about them, so that you won't put you in a bad spot. I don't want to give you bad apps. I want to give you my perspective on these apps. So this one here was for Fetch Rewards. Here, let's open it back up. We can get a nice final screen here. Fetch Rewards. Take a look at it. It's definitely worth your time. I've had payouts on it. My wife's had payouts on it, and it really is a decent app as far as that's concerned. I thank you all for joining me. If you like what I do here on the channel, please feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, because it really does help the video get out to other people. And as always, everyone, have a wonderful day.